Hello, it's Jennifer with Underway Drifting and Dreaming. My husband Jim and I are on the motor vessel Cetus, and we are on the America's Great Loop. We are cruising into Alton, Illinois. We started our loop back in April of 2024 in Key West, Florida, and we are more than halfway through our American Great Loop. We are having the opportunity to watch the Merrydale cross their wake. So when you cross your wake, it's when a boater returns to the starting point of their Great Loop and they have completed their journey. It's a very huge accomplishment, and some say it's bittersweet because it marks the end of the trip. And here they have friends and family waiting at the dock. There's balloons, and there's even a ribbon that they're going to cross. So it was really special for us to see the boat come to the end of their journey. Here they are. They're backing through exactly where they started from. I'm not sure how long they've been on the loop. We didn't get to talk to them. But wow, what an accomplishment. We were docked at the courtesy dock, which was a great point of view for watching the loopers leave in the morning. Here it's very early in the morning. It's probably about 6:30. Look at that gorgeous bridge. We were right underneath it. But every morning, 4 or 5 boats would head out, and they're heading down to St. Louis, and then they will be tying up at Alton Marina. And you're just awakened to the sounds at the bow or stern thrusters. And so I would go out every morning and watch the boats head out. It was just, I would take a picture. Usually it was a little bit later in the morning, so the sun was up. But these boaters got underway bright and early so they could go down to the Mel Price Lock and all lock through together. And they were traveling a flotilla. We had great weather while we were in Alton. Sunny, it was a little chilly, and we would go out at sunset to watch for the comet that was happening about 30 minutes after sunset. And so every night we would go out. And this evening I went for a walk downtown along the riverfront and again watching for that comet. And just didn't see it. I told Jim I'd be back at the boat at last light, right after sunset, and I was hustling. I was about 2 miles from the boat at this time, so I only had a short period, but it was just so gorgeous out. I took my time, and I finally got to the top of the hill and sat and watched the comet fly by. It was just amazing sight. It was spectacular, and to see the bridge and the city as it was getting dark. Felt very safe there. Had never had a problem. Jim and I took the bus, rode around town. I went out. This is a day I walk 8 miles. I started from the boat, and I had it worked out that I would grab a coffee and then head up to the donut shop. The famous pie saw bird on the cliff. Well, Google had other plans for me, so I continued to hike up to the Duke's Bakery and get a little something special. And as walking there and seeing these lovely limestone walls, which are all over the city, along with the brick walkways, brick roads, and the fabulous architectural in the area, the older homes. It was just really cool. And up the hill a little bit further is Duke's Bakery, and so I stopped in and picked up some desserts.
So I'm going on an adventure today, and the maps told me I need to go this way. Best if I can turn around and show you what's behind me. Whew, I would not want to be a truck driver going up or down this road. Not sure what the grade is, Oh my gosh, what was Google thinking? Sign should say, God help me. Enough hills, climbs, and there's a tree back here that's creaking. Sounds like it's gonna come right down. Oh my goodness, barking dogs down the hill. Google's really making me work out for that donut I ate. It was good. Oh my gosh, there's another hill in front of me. You gotta be kidding me. I thought I was going down. Just going down and then back up. Riverview Park. Kind of straight up. But this whole day has been ups and downs, so I'm going to turn this off so I don't have to listen to me whine. I made it to the top. Another river view, but still short of where I want to be. I want to be down at the river. I can see the St. Louis Arch from here.
I needed a little retail therapy after 5 miles walking. I joined some other loopers for lunch and my husband decided that he would go ahead and continue walking with me. We had lunch at Mac's downtown. I finally made it to my destination, the Piasa bird painting, and it was worth it. It was really neat to see. It is described as a giant bird with wings, a human face, red eyes, antler-like horns, scales, long serpentine-like tail, and it was strong enough to carry off a full-grown deer or a man. So Jim and I did walk down. By the time we got back to the boat, it was 8 miles of walking for me that day. But apparently, this is legendary in Alton from the Native Americans. So here's the story. I'm so glad that I finally made it to see the painting. The next day, I go out on another adventure, and I kept it to 4 miles. I walked up to the Lovejoy Memorial and the cemetery. It was really neat to walk through the cemetery. A lot of tombstones dating back to the 1800s. So it was just really neat to walk in some of Lincoln's footsteps, learn about some of the history that I taught. I taught 5th grade American history, and see where it actually took place. The week that we spent in Alton, I walked over 30 miles around the city. Jim and I also took the bus to run some errands to Home Depot. We got our flu shots and to Aldi's. It was great to visit a city that we could get around. Then we rode our bikes down to the Mel Price Lock and went on a tour. It was wonderful. We had an English teacher, retired English teacher, take us through the tour and explain all about the locks. Now this is just a tow, which is a tugboat and a barge, but the next one that's going to be coming through is very long. It's going to be 3 wide. I think it's called a 15 pack. So if you count the number of barges, and it barely fits into the chamber of the lock. We spent about 45 minutes up on top of the lock, and the tour was wonderful. If you ever have an opportunity to stop into a lock and dam and the Army Corps engineer offers a tour, go ahead and take it. Check it out to see the river transportation. Usually we're the ones going through the lock and do not have the opportunity to see the mechanics of behind the scenes. So you can see the bridge, how far we're away. I think it was about 2 mile bike ride. It was nothing crazy. and Jim and I are just enjoying our time. We were with another family, and that barge is still moving out. This barge that comes in, you can see that it's 3 wide, and I apologize, I had taken this video in the wrong format, and so I had to flip it around so it looks a little bit different. And you can see the tug back there. And she's just coming in slowly. They use the side of the wall to guide them in, and there's guys on the front of the tugs. You can see them standing there giving directions. But I wouldn't say that there's more probably than a foot of space on each side as that tug's coming in. I'm sure it was bigger, but from above it looked like it was a very small amount of clearance. And then I did a time lapse, so it's going to go kind of quick. As I'm holding the camera, spider and spider webs are flying through the air, and they keep landing on me, and that's where I'm kind of moving around. You'll see the camera move. But this was the coolest thing, watching the tug push those barges in, and at the very end you'll see the gate rise up from the bottom. So just keep an eye on the end here.
It is 7 o'clock in the morning and we are leaving Alton. We have the bridge behind us. A little bit the waning full moon. And I think our flotilla is going to be 3 boats today. I might go ahead and get the sunrise on the other side of the boat.
You have seen the lock from above, so we cruised right into the lock. So this is our point of view, or my point of view. And so we get in there and I throw the line over. Cover your ears, the bollard is singing. It makes this screeching noise as we're going down. So I have the line looped over, and then I use 2 fittings and 1 line. And I just hold on. I keep a turn, and I'm communicating with Jim through the headsets whether he needs to thrust over. This one was such a smooth lock. The doors are opening, and we just need to wait for the lockmaster to sound the horn so we can go ahead and head on down. We'll be going down to St. Louis and continuing on the Mississippi. Jim and I had a terrific time in Alton, from riding the bus, visiting great restaurants. I even went to yoga and all the walking. It was a great time. Thank you for taking the time out of your day to watch our videos, whether you are dreaming of the loop, planning, or in process. We will see you down the river. Mighty Mississippi, here we come.